Welcome to the Sauce Mob. Hit that button that say subscribe and join the ride. You feel me? Chat. They haven't been talking much about the builds in next gen. All we know about builds in general in 2K, they added more pods to current. They redid the build maker from ground up. That's not information at all, bro. Like, we don't have any details as to what the builds are going to look like for 2K. But given, I think Tuesday or Monday and next week, we go and finally get the park trailer. I forgot the map. I forgot the details of when 2K was going to give us that park trailer. I forgot what day they said. But they haven't talked about builds, and they can't make a mistake again. We're going to go on to 2K21 and look at the build creator just off the fact that it was terrible, and they can't make this mistake again, bro. We can't do this mistake again. Hopefully Mike Wang and all the developers over at 2K figured out what went wrong with this build creator and how they fixing it towards the future. Let's look at what builds was on 21. Okay, we go to create a new build. We got E.E. Nowitzki. Obviously, the meta of the game was power forward for whatever weird reason that the power forward 6'7" just gave you a ridiculous amount of badges compared to anything else. This was the dumbest mistake 2K has ever made in their life, and I hope they took the time to actually iron out all of the details, you know? I hope they took that time to define what they did wrong. They saying there's going to be a lot of variety in how you making your builds, but I'll believe it when I can see it, you know? That was the whole point of them doing. You put up whatever attributes you want, so then you have a different type of player, each individual person. But what ended up happening is, since all of the badges equal out to 99, but what ended up happening is everybody badges was just so ridiculous that it had no reason for anybody to make a different type of build, you know? There's supposed to be 80 badges. There's supposed to be 80 badges in the newest 2K. 22 is supposed to have 80 badges to choose from to really make it each its own. Like, however you want to play the game, you choose the badges you want. I don't know if they're going to be adding badges in throughout the seasons, but nonetheless, they said it's going to be 80 badges in the game. And that should make you want to create any type of player. I'm just waiting for everybody to make the same build all over again. Because let's be honest. You want to be as tall as possible and still get pro dribble moves. That's a given. You want to be as tall as you can be. 6'7" was the height of being able to be tall enough to get pro dribble moves. And you still want to have a great jump shot. And you still want to be able to contact dunk. That is the basis of a quote-unquote overpowered Myplayer. You got the tall height, you got the jump shooting, and you got the contact finishing. If you can have those three things on one build, the game is done. 2K20, you used to have a two-way slasher because the three-point rating would be like 65, but since jump shooting on 20 was so easy for every build, that didn't matter. You could still knock down open threes, and I feel like that's going to be the same thing in 21 because you do get a boost if you're wide open. The game prefers you to take smart shots. So I'm pretty sure even if the taller you get, the more it hurts your three-point shot, you can still hit with a low three-point rating. Mike Wang already confirmed that. He already said you could have a lower three ball and be a consistent shooter. I think you a consistent shooter around the 70 area now. As long as you got a 70 three-point shot, he said that's consistent. And he said if you wide open, it's easier to shoot. So you don't even need 70. You probably shoot with 65 plus the jump shooting boost and all that. Probably that easy. So people probably just gonna make ball handling slashers again, and then the shooting can take a hit because it's not gonna be that hard to shoot on 22. That's just my thought process, right? That's obviously my thought process. Now, what people didn't upgrade was like they block or they steal, because it obviously didn't matter. You needed interior defense to stop contact dunks, but the game was broken, so that don't matter. Now, since the steal rating actually matters, hopefully people actually upgrade they steal and they block, because your hands are going to interact with the ball a little more. Hopefully the game is working like that. That's my biggest question. I need the game to interact as well as they saying it will be. Because people used to have 25 steal and rip the ball from me every possession. People really would have 25 steal rating and steal a ball as if it was a 99. That has been always a problem in 2K. They never did a good job with representing stealing. They never did a good job with that, and I know y'all can agree. The strength rating, people always question, do this matter or not? The strength rating is always come into question, does it really matter? I feel like this year, Mike Wang said it mattered. Because the stronger you are, the more you get contact dunks. You bump through people to get a contact dunk. It makes sense, but will it work like that? It makes sense, but will it work like that? And vertical is something that people question if it works or not. It really does work. Vertical definitely takes a big deal in this game, especially next gen 21. I didn't give my build vertical because I didn't think it was an attribute that actually worked, because as long as you had like contact dunk and the badges, you was gonna get posterizers. But I could see people with higher vertical than me getting way easier posters than I got. So vertical definitely matters. Outside of backing down and like posting up, strength is gonna matter for like posterizing dunks. So that's a good thing to know. So people need to upgrade strength. If you definitely want to make a slasher, you definitely gonna need vertical. Stamina was something that I kept at 70 because I wouldn't hold down my turbo all day. I don't know how bad stamina gonna take a hit or how much I'm gonna need it, but stamina is something I never really felt like I needed to upgrade because I don't hold down stamina or dribble out the shot clock that much, you know. Pass accuracy is something that never really mattered in 2K, but you upgrade it just so you get badges. It never been something you really needed because your player rarely just throws the ball away. Rarely they ever just throw the ball away. Those one of those things in 2K that never really mattered. And speed with ball, they said the shorter you are, the faster you dribble naturally. So your ball handle has everything to do with how fast you dribble. So shorter players should be dribbling way faster than the big players. All I'm gonna say is this: 2K need to find a way to make like a Kyrie Irving and Stephen Curry separate themselves from everybody else. Because just having an 80 as the max dribbling makes no sense. The fact that 80 is pro dribble moves and this is the same that small forwards get as to like 6'3" guards, a 7'8" small forward is not dribbling like a guard. I don't care how good at ball handling they are. I don't care how good of a dribbler you think Kevin Durant is. He's not dribbling like Kyrie or Stephen Curry. But 2K does not separate that level of dribbling at all. And that's just one thing I don't like about the game personally. That's one thing I never did understand. There's a whole badge for stand and dunk now. So I don't know what that means for close shot, but definitely stand and dunk got badges equipped to it. There's just a lot of random badges that's gonna be in this game now. I want to know what y'all thinking of the potential of the new build maker on 22 next gen, because current gen still got pie charts. They got more pie charts, but they still doing the pie situation. No custom pies. You can't do it how you want. They just added more options for you to choose from. I want to know what y'all thinking of all this down in the comments, chat. Is there any attribute slots y'all wanted to see added? Off the top of my head, I feel like they hit all points of categories here. Every point in basketball, I feel like they hit with these categories, but the fact that it don't properly represent in the game is something totally different. These attributes don't completely go with gameplay most of the time, and that's my biggest problem with this. Like the 25 steal, but people ripping the ball from me. I be having unpluckable. You be having unpluckable Hall of Fame. People be having 25 steal just ripping you so easily. It's the most annoying feature in the game, bro. That was one of the most annoying things in the game. Other than that, chat, let me know what y'all thinking about this. Are y'all looking to, what build are you looking to make? With this being said, having the builds, I still don't know what I want, bro. I have no idea. Last year I made Melo because I wanted a 6'7". I wanted to make somebody that was taller, that just scored from the post, but wasn't a center. I didn't want a center to score from the post. I wanted like a forward. I wanted to make Melo, but it became the meta build, so I had to go with the meta. You know, it was kind of stupid. hopefully I actually do get to make different variations of players instead of everybody just having the same thing. Hopefully the game comes out natural and everybody have good players in their own respective way. And I know people gonna follow a meta, but I'm just saying, I hope that the bad setup isn't so ridiculous. I hope it isn't like clearly you need to make one build. You can actually have a wide variety of builds. What build you thinking of making down in the comments, whether it's for current gen or next gen? I have zero idea what I want to make on next gen or current. I have zero idea. Let me know down in the comments. Other than that, it's been your boy Rease, and peace. Get me out of here.